Hey guys! So first, I would just like to wish everybody a happy belated 4th of July, and if you're not living in America, well, happy belated Thursday. I painted my nails all 4th of July-y for the 4th of July, and the thumb's an American flag. So yeah, I decided to go uber American and do that. And speaking of the 4th of July, the 4th of July isn't just Independence Day. Did you know that 4th of July was also the day that both Thomas Jefferson and John Adams died? And they died in the same year, on the same day, on the 4th of July. Isn't that ironic? So basically, that was my clever little segue into what I'm going to talk about today, which is basically amazing facts. There are a lot of really interesting facts about the world, whether they be like science-related or history-related. I'm mostly going to talk about science-related stuff today, because I love science, chemistry in particular. But yeah, so I'm just going to talk about some interesting, mind-blowing facts that I've learned recently or have just picked up over the years. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? Fact number 1. You never actually touch anything. I mean, sure, it looks like I'm touching my fingers right now. It looks like I am. But actually, on the atomic level, I am not. The reason is because atoms, which make up your body and everything around you, are a proton and a neutron, surrounded by these charged particles called electrons, and they have a negative charge. And, well, electrons, they kind of find each other very repulsive because they all have a negative charge, and, positive and negatives attract, negatives and negatives repel, as do positive and positives. So, your electrons actually, like the electrons in your atoms, actually never touch. They repel each other. So, it's on such a small level that it looks like everything is touching, and, you can feel everything, obviously, but you never actually touch. So in actuality, if you're standing right now, you're floating. So yeah, have fun running around telling everybody that you're flying. Go do that. Okay, so here's fact number 2. According to Newton's third law of motion, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So basically, what that means is that when you hit something, that thing is hitting you with the same amount of force that you are hitting it. So basically, that means that if you ever jump on the earth, you are actually pushing away the earth at the same amount of force the earth is pushing away you. Pretty freaky, right? But wait, there's more. Also, when you're falling, you are pulling up the earth at the same force that the earth is pulling up you. Of course, now, the earth is gigantic, so it's on such a small level that the earth doesn't really make much of a difference. And even if you gathered every person in the world and had them jump in the same spot, it wouldn't shift the earth enough to be very significant. But it's still cool to think about the fact that you can move the earth by jumping. So yeah, have fun telling all your friends that. Mind-blowing fact number 3. So have you ever tried to describe a color to a blind person? If you have, you'll know that it's pretty much impossible. You can't describe colors without explaining what a color looks like. Like an example, if you were to describe the color orange, what would you say? You would say, it's kind of reddish and it's kind of yellowish. You can't, at least we don't have the capacity in our language to articulate what colors look like. Now, because of this, there is no way to prove that all of us see colors the same way. When I hold this blue Sharpie up, probably all of us can agree, unless you're colorblind, that this is blue. But the question is, does my blue look like your red, and vice versa? There's no way to know. So because of this, when all of us have different preferences of colors that we like, for all we know, we could all like the same color. We just call it different names because colors look different to us. We will never know. And it's the same with smells and tastes, even with sounds. We'll never know if we experience things the same exact way. And people that have different preferences for food and smells, I guess that's an okay way to phrase that. For all we know, we could all like the same things and just call it different things. We don't know. Mind-blowing fact number 4. Is it 4? I think it's 4. Anyway, mind-blowing fact number 4. We are all related. And now when I say this fact, I'm not trying to talk about any kind of religious views or whatever. Either way, whether you believe in evolution or whether you believe that all of us came from Adam and Eve, either way, we'd all still be related. Now, the reason is, if you look at the amount of people in the world compared to when human beings first came into existence, whether through evolution or through God, depending on what you believe, you would notice that the rate at which the human population has grown, we would have to be related. There would have to be incest. And that's just the way it is. You know, it's not like a harmful level of incest. It's not like people, you know, having children with their siblings. It's more like, you know, meeting somebody and not realizing that they're your like third cousin and having kids with them. So yeah, think about that. Next time you're with your boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, think about the fact that you are both technically related, even if you're like 50th cousins. And now here is the fifth and final mind-blowing fact. Now, before I say this fact, I just want to say that once again, I'm not trying to trump any religions. I am just speaking hypothetically as if the Big Bang did happen. Okay, and now that that's out of the way, I can share this fact. So, right after the Big Bang, when quarks and gluons and, you know, other subatomic particles, electrons, were created, you know, obviously electrons and protons, they were created, and they created matter. But they weren't the only things that were created. Also, particles that created antimatter were created. And basically, these are antiprotons and anti-electrons, and they were the opposite of protons and electrons. Electrons normally, as I said before, have a negative charge. Protons have a positive charge. Anti-electrons have a positive charge, and antiprotons have a negative charge. But that isn't the coolest part about this. The coolest part about this is that when matter and antimatter meet, both of them disappear. They, like, I don't know, they cancel each other out. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I only have, like, you know, the education of a high school student right now. But yeah, that's basically what happens. And so what that must mean, since when they meet, they cancel each other out, and the fact that our universe exists the way it is now, that must mean that there was more matter created than antimatter. So that means that our world, as we know it, was destined to be created. So yeah. Pretty cool, just how everything lines up in the universe. So, on that note, I think that I'm going to go, but if you want me to do another mind-blowing facts video sometime in the future, let me know, because I have lots of facts to share, and they're not just science-related. You know, I have a lot of other facts, such as Beatles facts. I have a lot of those. So yeah, if you want me to do another video like this, please let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video or learned something that you didn't know before, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for updates on all future videos. Oh, and also make sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/EmmaMakesCake. So until next time, bye guys! Oh, and actually, before I go, there's one more thing I'd like to say. If you liked this video and like learning science facts, there are 3 YouTube channels that I watch all the time that I think you guys would like. The first one is ASAP Science. It's really good, and if you want to check out that channel, you can click here. And then the second one is Vsauce, and that's a really good channel, so you can click here to check out that one. And the third one is Minute Physics, so click here to check that one. So yeah, check them out. They're really good. Oh, and by the way, they have not asked me to promote them. They don't even know about my channel. I just watch their videos a lot and think they're really good, so I'm telling you guys to check it out. So yeah, bye.